This episode of Grip Tips is brought to you by Lightbulb Grip. We're back. I'm Dave Donaldson. Welcome back to Grip Tips. Today we talk about Preemie Stands. Preemie stands are basically just shorter baby stands. And when we hear the term baby, we know that it's just basically a 5/8 pin. This stand is used when you know that you will not be going overhead with the light, as it only goes about 5.5 feet high, or maybe you have a heavier light that needs to be closer to the ground and you need the structural support that most cheaper stands won't give you. For example, and I know that this is kind of a bad example, but most of these traditional black stands, they only have like a weight capacity of 10 pounds, where a Preemie stand is more rigid in construction and gives you the ability to have a max working load of 25 pounds. The Preemie stand also only weighs 5 pounds because of its aluminum construction, and it can take a beating where a traditional kit stand is more susceptible to bending because of its weaker material. Something I've seen more commonly on a semi-pro shoot is that someone will rig their Kessler pocket dolly or Rhino slider to two of these Preemie stands, and now they have the ability to adjust the height in their slider movements. Now, I've done this quite a bit, but I will say this is that you shouldn't go too high with these stands for a slider setup. You could start rocking back and forth, which could completely bone your shot. Maybe not on a DSLR level, but in some bigger camera setups, you might have an issue there. But the next time on Grip Tips, we're going to be showing you guys what low boys are, and I think that those stands are much better for a slider setup of any size. Now let's talk about closing Preemie stands, because I've seen this quite a bit on set where somebody will accidentally loosen the wrong knob, and when they go to close the stand, they end up with this kind of problem. In other stands, this isn't much of an issue, but for this stand in particular, it only closes one way. You have these two brackets holding the legs and the spreader of the stand. The bottom bracket needs to go to the bottom of the riser and then has to be tightened down with this knob. Then you have the top bracket, which can be pulled to the top of the riser, which in turn will close the stand. And yes, I like talking like this. Almost every stand that we're going to be talking about has this double locking knob kind of feature, so always be looking for these two knobs on the side of these bigger stands because it will dictate how the stands open and close. And that's pretty much all you need to know about Preemie stands. Lightbulb Grip is a lighting rental house based out of Brooklyn, New York, and they're dedicated to education and safety on all film sets. If you have any questions about rigging, on-set safety, or even gear that you've seen in today's episode, you can contact them by heading over to their website at www.lightbulbgrip.com. But that is all that I have for you guys today. If you like today's episode, please let me know in the comment section below. You can also follow me on my Twitter right here. If you want to help support the channel, you can go to my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you're looking to buy the stands that we were looking at today, I'll also leave a link in the description below. But like I said, that is all that I have for you today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time right here on Grip Tips.